All right, so after that really awesome practice on the front, getting a little bit of practice with the proportions, now we're gonna flip to the back. We're gonna divide our paper with a vertical line and a horizontal line to make 4 boxes. We drew a person standing straight, and that helped us understand where the pieces of the body are and how large they are or small. But now we need to practice doing that with someone who's moving. And when people move, the pose of their body makes things look different. Let's take a look at this mannequin. This came from, by the way, if you want one of these to look at, to draw figures on your own, I bought these at IKEA for $6 each. They're not very expensive if you go to IKEA. Other places sell them, like art supply stores, but they charge more. They're just little wooden people. And then they have rubber bands between the parts of the body so that you can flex and bend and make them look real, and then you can look at it while you draw. So I want to make this person running. Notice that when they're running, because the knees are bent, the legs are no longer as long. Look at a straight leg and how long it is compared to a bent leg. It's way shorter, right? It's shortened by about a head and a half tall. Same thing on the arms. This hand is still by the hips. It's almost straight. But this hand is straight across from the elbow, and the elbow's up by the waist, not down by the bottom of the hips. So when we draw this way, we can use what we know about the person, but we have to just estimate because things are in different spots. Let's try one together. Let's draw a head shape near the top of one of your boxes. A tall oval. Underneath, I want you to put a little cylinder for a neck. Now this time the person is looking to the side. They're running that way. So instead of their torso looking very wide, like this, when they turn to the side, they look thinner. So my torso is going to be a narrow, about as wide as the head, a narrow, long shape. You can make an angle in at the waist for a what's that called? Hourglass shape, or you can make it rectangular. Check to make sure that the head and the neck and the body look proportionate to each other. Do they look like they fit together for a real person? If these parts aren't right, if the head looks really tiny, or if it's oversized, the rest of it will be hard to match. I think it's great. Now, it's possible that when we draw this person, they might go out of the box. That's okay. We're just trying to get them sort of in the box. But if to draw it correctly, we have to go further down, that's all right. Let's give you 5 more counts to draw a head, a neck, and a torso. Remember, torso is like a long rectangle shape. Do you have a rectangle shape? It should have a horizontal line at the top and bottom, like the shoulders and the bottom of the hips. And then it can angle in or out a little bit on the sides. All right, let's look at where the elbows are. The right elbow is behind the body across from the waist. So find the middle of the torso, go off to the right behind the body, and put a circle there for the elbow. Where is the hand that goes with that elbow? It is straight down, and it's next to the thigh or leg. So I'm going to go below the torso, straight down from the hand. I'm sorry, from the elbow, straight down from the elbow. Put a dot. Cool, connect that. Does that look like an arm that's behind them when they're running? Make sure your ovals overlap the torso and overlap the elbow and hand so it looks like they're connected. We're going to go to the other arm. Remember, this is just practice. We're racing and changing a little, but we're not going to make ourselves crazy over it. It might not be perfect. We're just practicing. open up my drawing cabinet and see if there are extra pencils in there. Now the other arm is behind the runner's body. I can't really see the top part of the arm, but I see the elbow. It's next to the waist. So Simon says, draw the elbow on the other side next to the waist. It's kind of behind the waist back there. And where is the hand on the left arm? It is straight out to the side. You're right. You kind of have to estimate how long that needs to be. Should be as long as this other lower arm, right? If I took this, I slid it over. Now connect the hand to the elbow. And maybe one line connecting the elbow up to the shoulder. It's behind the person's body, so we only see one little edge there. Cool, looks like they're running. One arm in front, one arm pumping back behind them. And these are bubble people. They don't have details yet, but what's really cool at the end is if you erase the lines between the bubbles, they look real. All right, let's go down and do some legs. Let's start with this one. Straight down from the hip is the knee. So I'm going to go down and estimate how long the thigh needs to be. This is sort of like a guess the length here. And then I notice that the leg goes down diagonal, and then there's a foot. So I'm going to put a diagonal oval. And the foot's way back here behind the hand. Way back here. They have just sprung up off that foot. They're leaping forward as they run. Now the front thigh is not going straight down like the back one. It is on a diagonal. Let's do a diagonal thigh for the front leg, and the knee should be a little bit higher than the other knee because that leg is up in the air. Look at the knees on my mannequin. This one's down here. That knee is higher. Just like on my drawing, this knee is down here. That knee is higher. This is tough, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you know if you go to college and you study drawing like I did, you take a class where every day for like 2 hours you just draw people? They pay college students to stand on a little stage in the middle of the room and people just draw them, and they sit in a chair and you draw them, and they stand up and you draw them, and they crouch down and you draw them. You only get good at this by drawing people millions and millions of times. Kind of like Edgar Degas, those dancers we saw, right? It takes practice, so don't get discouraged if it's hard. We'll get there. Let's put that lower leg straight down from the knee and the foot out in front. Should end up a little slightly shorter than the back foot. I don't really like mine. I'm gonna change that. My knee is too low, and then my foot ended up too low, and doesn't look like it's running. I'm gonna move this leg out more. And then that leg is gonna come down, and now it's shorter because I moved the leg out. I made it more horizontal. And now my foot looks like it's in a better spot. Woo, that was tricky, huh? Let's do another one. We're gonna do some 2-minute drawing poses. Do you think we're gonna draw a perfect person in 2 minutes? No. Nah, it's gonna be practice. This is gonna be your chance to estimate, try to figure it out. Let's do somebody shooting a basket. Jump shot or a layup. Ready? I'm gonna narrate my 2-minute drawing while you draw yours. Ready, set, go. Head down just a little bit so we have room up above for the arms. I'm drawing smaller because this person is stretched out. I need a cylinder neck and I need shoulders and a torso. This torso is straight up and down, so it's not bending anywhere. Then let's find where the elbows and the hands go. One arm from the left is straight out, and then it goes up diagonal to a hand. The other arm connects over here to this shoulder on the far right, and it crosses over the body and then goes straight up. Oh, goodness. Notice how I'm not erasing. I just keep drawing on top till I find the right spot. I said, oh, goodness, because that first one looked like not right at all. But if I keep searching with my pencil and I keep drawing these gesture lines, eventually I draw darker and darker as I'm finding the right spot. Eventually I'll figure it out. Down on the lower half of the torso, again, one leg is down, kind of like our runner. And the foot is back. The toe is pointed because they're up in the air. I'm going to straighten my leg out a little bit more. They're just slightly bent. And the other leg is more bent. It's off the ground. Uh-oh. I put that leg too close to the one. The legs should connect to the edge of the hips, and there should be a space in between. Your hip joints are here and here. Some of you earlier, your hips looked too wide because you had your legs squished in the middle. It's like your leg of your pants. You know how there's a space in between the leg of your pants? That's because one leg connects into the left hip and one connects into the right hip. All right, 10 seconds left. They don't have to be perfect. They don't even have to be done. Just draw as much as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, frantic drawing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, take a break. Take a deep breath. Woo, that was intense. You guys are doing amazing. Let's draw something else. Let's draw someone leaping. Woo. Ready? Oh my goodness, they might not fit in the box. Oh, this leg is backwards. There we go. That's not possible. You can't do that with your leg. Okay, ready? Set, go. Head, neck, torso. That part's always the same. That's easy. Sketchy lines, not perfect, not erasing, just sketching shapes. Oh goodness, one arm goes up and then over the head, angles in, something like that. One arm goes to the side, and it's gonna go out of the box because good gravy, that arm is straight and it's long. I don't know if you can see mine. It barely fits on the video. Okay, thighs are angled, one in front and one in back. Foot leaping out behind. Oh, this one needs to go up more. That one's down too low. Up. An angle. And foot. I don't like my back one either. I'm going to pull that up a little bit. I might be erasing a little, but not completely. I'm just trying to get the shapes in the right spot. That's better. Leap. Leap. All right, today we're gonna leave these notes in your colored table folder in the 4th grade cabinet. We'll come back to them again next week. This was a great first practice, my friends. Give yourself a big pat on the back and let's put our papers away.